been a while. Before I start, please like and subscribe because this season's going to be great. It's going to be a movie. I'm with the owner of New Jersey Power Sports and we're going to go over these teams. Let's get straight to it.
I mean, let's talk about the champions. I mean,
OTF.
you started with the champions. It ended with them. It's supposed to start with them. So that's the only way to kick it off. Only the family is a solid team. Once you took that core from Rampage, which made Rampage that championship team. Once you take that away and you kind of just have your own team and just kind of build on that, so it's a really good team. They've always been pretty solid. And then when they added Nick, they made a squad. They made a squad. Somebody needs to show me that they're gonna be able to beat them. Some teams came close, but until you show me different, those are the champions. You got to beat them. And right now, there's nobody's doing that.
Only the family OTF like that. Y'all gonna have to prove them wrong that they're not the best team in the league. They came in strong, they left strong, and they're coming back stronger. They lost a few pieces, but what team didn't? Let's see how they build through that. My only downfall with OTF, they argue too much. Y'all argue worse than girls.
But that's the thing. That it's like they operate in chaos essentially, right? You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people aren't able to do that. And because sometimes when you start seeing teams argue, that's where they fall apart completely. They unravel. But these guys, it's just like you could be arguing about the fight on the sidelines, and out of nowhere, somebody just takes a deep touchdown, and it's just like, all right, I forgot all about all the bullshit that I was talking. Like they just know how to get back into things. But that's where you have to give a team like that a tip of the hat, because it's just like with somebody like Q. Like Q, I've played with Q where we've been down, and he's just the type of person like, yo, don't put your head down, keep your head up. And, as a real leader, so he really knows how to kind of get his guys back in line to kind of like fall back to the plan. So you got to tip it. You got to tip your hat off to Q, and just kind of keeping his team cool when times get tough. So I like him. I like him a lot.
And you got a point. Q to be keeping intact. Q be keeping them, their heads leveled. So Q, shout out to you for being the leader.
To me, the one downside with them is making sure they get there on time. Because sometimes I feel like they have to kind of play from behind because like certain players won't show up on time or whatever the case is. But for the most part, just show up on time. And like they did a pretty good job of it a decent job of it last season. But hopefully they can kind of keep that going, and the sky's the limit for them.
Next up, respect the star. Cowboys. You know what? Commissioner, go ahead, talk about it.
Cowboys, man. You've been throwing a lot of dirt on them. You've been throwing a lot of dirt on your boys, man. Nah, but I think the Cowboys will be just fine. Rob Lane, he's a winner. I feel like he's gonna find a way to kind of put together something that's gonna be able to compete at a high level and still kind of keep them at that top three team. You can never sleep on somebody like that. So he did lose a couple key pieces from the team, but you the next man up. That's football, right? In any sport, the next man up. So let's see how they improve this year. And I know that championship loss was a tough one for them. A lot of them all season, when I talked to some of them, they were just like, this one hurt. This was a big bag that we fumbled. So I know that they want that back. They want to get their leg back. So I'm excited to see what Rob Lane and team puts out.
Y'all know I was talking hella mess to him through the stories. I was going crazy on it, but I like the Cowboys. They're a great team, very talented team. The way they just play together, the chemistry together is just real. Just how they've been together for a long time. I was giving them a hard time basically because I liked them. Like, how you push somebody you like to be better because when you see them slacking off. So that's why I'm talking a lot of mess to them and shit. I like the Cowboys, no lie. They upgraded their O-line. The O-line they had prior, sorry, I was talking a lot. They got exposed. D-line, they lost two great interior players in Conj and Jarrett, and that's hard to replace. I'm sorry to say, it's real hard to replace because as soon as you hike the ball, they're in the backfield. As soon as you hike the ball, your center, your line is falling back. So that's hard to replace. Deep Waters, the Bay. I ain't gonna go first. Commish, go ahead. Talk about it.
I don't know. I don't know who's on that team. But I would say this. If it is what I'm hearing, with some of these pickups that they've made, you know, they're gonna be a scary team. They're gonna be a scary team. Scary team. Now you got some official fucking receivers, and not to take away from any of the receivers that they've had. But now it's just like before, if C4 wasn't there, like let's be honest, like that offense wasn't as scary.
When the fuck was that offense ever scary? Man, you better fix that center. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Commission. I'm sorry.
Because it was just like C4 literally changes the game at a snap of a finger. Now you add other playmakers where it's just like now literally anybody on the field is essentially it's a touchdown anytime. But let's just see how Serve holds up. And it just depends on how he does. But again, he has a great arm and he can run too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a dual threat. But any given Sunday, you've seen it. Rail just kind of steps right in and it's not like they miss a step. So I don't know, man. I really want to see what's going on with that defense. I feel like that defense, especially all the talk that we've been talking with the top cornerbacks. I mean, let's see, because people be putting up some points. I mean, nothing crazy, but I feel like it's depending on their D line. How good is their D line going to be this season? But it also depends on how good everybody else's O lines are. But I want to see how they do defensively, because you keep on talking about we got the best defense, but it's just like defense wins championships, and you haven't won one in a year. So what's the issue?
The issue is the middle, motherfucker. You haven't seen.
They've been dropping games throughout the regular season, and they're just not that Bay team that we remember that was dominating. So they have flashes of it, but they just aren't like being consistent. So I want to see them being consistent. And honestly, like you said, like, easily in the championship if they pull everything together and keep everybody focused on the main goal.
D-line legit. No problems with D-line. Y'all get pressure. Corner's good. The corner's great. Some of them hold sometimes, but who don't? They ball out. Offense. Said your O-line's suspect. It's the middle. Spank, I'm sorry. You be getting fucked up. Film no lie, Spank. Fix it.
I mean, it's true. I mean, that's why, like, to me, like I've mentioned, like Serve last season, he was able to, like, luckily, he had legs on him, so he was able to kind of dip off if something happened. But for the most part, you're always seeing him throwing on the run or something like that. And the same thing with Rel. It's like always on that back heel. So how can you really like get anything off? You can have all the receivers in the world, but you can't get a good throw off. What good does it do for you?
I don't want to point no fingers. I don't want to cause any controversy. Spank, nigga, you better work on your feet. Empire, let's go on Empire, man. Y'all know how I feel about Ryan T. Before I go in, I'm gonna let the commission talk about this guy with his team.
Empire, I think from what I see, it's pretty much gonna be the same Empire team that came in last time.
Bro, they don't have Nate. They don't have Nate. I don't know about Kojo.
Well, they posted up Kojo today.
What, they got Kojo? Okay.
They posted up Kojo on the team Instagram. So I mean, Kojo alone, man, he's a problem, bro. And you remember what the damage he used to do in the league.
One of the best flag grabbers I've ever seen is Kojo. I want to see how to use him on offense because he plays offense too. Don't strictly use that man on defense.
You have Kojo at D-line. I mean, you could easily get him in a tight end or a receiver. Like, the guy has hands. But that, with all those weapons that they do have, he doesn't even need to do that. So, you got Chopper that went over to Empire. G's still over there. And then when Sosa gets back, and then they have a couple other guys that could play receiver.
McFadden.
So I'm pretty sure they'll be just fine. Like, especially that Ryan has that chemistry with those guys. So I think that I think they'll still be a top team, top contender no matter where they go. It's just, again, kind of thinking back to that last season that they came where once you actually started seeing stellar competition, like real competition, you end up getting a draw, and then that's when the losers start coming, and it kind of makes you, it humbles you a bit. So I mean, let's see how they come back and they respond to that season, because shit, they came in here thinking that shit was gonna be sweet, and Lord have mercy.
But like I said, Ryan T. Once pressure is in his face, I don't think he's gonna prevail. I feel he's gonna fold. Ryan, I like you. You can throw the whole field. You a good quarterback. I've seen what you can do. But this is New Jersey Power Sports. Prove me wrong, my guy. Prove me wrong.
No, I mean, you're right, though. You're right. What has Ryan Tapia really proved? You beat the Bay. Like, who did you beat that season? As a matter of fact, let's go. Okay, yeah, week 3, they faced off with Clear for Takeoff, and then they tied. Week 4, they beat the Bay by 5 points, just got away. Empire and then week 5 they took a loss to Smash Mouth because it was a bye, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, they ended up beating Free Smoke 6-14. And then they beat the Rebels 26-6. And then they got their ass whooped 33-0 by Cowboys.
Only team get credit for it is the Bay. You tied with CFT that had no O-line. They had all tight ends at O-line, and you struggled to beat them. They were a good team, too. Cowboys blew y'all smooth out. You know what? Forget last season. Y'all not going to have the same line y'all had last time. No Nate, no Iz, no, I don't know who else you had at that O-line. That D-line. Who the hell y'all got over there? That receiving core is magnificent, bro. That receiving core is great. But just like I said about the Bay, if you have no O-line to block for you, to get them the ball, you gonna be in some shit, Ryan. So, my guy, make sure that line is good. Prove me wrong, because I want to see McFadden score a lot. I want to see some couple of head taps from Gerard. I want to see Sosa back. Good luck, my guy. Good luck.
So it's just like, once you saw the quality of team rise, you failed.
So Ryan, take this criticism, shut us up, prove us wrong, bring your team to the promised land, because you got the pieces.
Like, to me, like, when it comes down to the higher end teams, you just never really proved yourself. Like, once these defenses really got good, you didn't know
Ryan
what to do.
folded. He couldn't roll out no more.
No, he really couldn't. He couldn't do it.
Ryan, you better work on them hip movements. Well, like, this shit gonna get real this season with this D lineman.
Yeah, man. Like, because dudes are only getting faster and stronger. Dudes are only getting faster and stronger. So if he's not gonna be, unless you have like a solid O line, you don't have Nate there anymore. And that's probably legit. To me, Nate is one of the best linemen you're gonna be able to find. I think that he's like, he has great footwork, and he's strong as hell and has great technique. Just an all around smart football player. And me personally, that's a big loss on the O line. I mean, who are you gonna get to go ahead and replace him?
Nate gonna mess around, say that video clip and post and say, "See, loser, I'm him, loser, loser."
They know what it takes to come in here, and this is not their first go around. So I know that they need. They know what they need in order to go ahead and win. Because coming in here shorthanded, you're gonna be looking crazy.
All flights are in, clear for takeoff.
Yes, based off of the live, it seems like they're gonna be bringing some goats. That's the word on the street, right?
That's the word on the street. Valley goats, motherfuckers and shit.
Hey, man, to each his own. Welcome to the goats. But like your boy Nick Pay said, this is a tough league. We're gonna see. This is not a Mickey Mouse league. You know what I'm saying? No win is guaranteed here. But let's see how it goes. Let's see if I'm not mistaken, Adam is their quarterback, right? Let's see if he holds up. Last time that he came around, he maybe played 2 or 3 games, maybe 4. Like he just kind of left based off of injury. Let's see if his arm holds up. Let's see if his back holds up. You know, he's a little older, but you know, I'm pretty sure he's still effective. But let's see, because he's not a mobile quarterback.
Hell no, he not mobile, and that's gonna be his downfall. Because if Cal's not open and Riddick is not open and your third option is not open and he got to buy time, yeah, it's gonna be a long game. We don't know who's a part of that D line. We don't know who's the corners. We don't know the O line. It's like a question mark over the CFT because we don't know who's over there.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have Justin, the one that was with Cowboys, not Cowboys, Gods last season. He's won a couple championships with Evolution. I'm pretty sure that they brought him back. I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably have either Porter or who else? Who else is on that team? I can't remember that old CFT team.
I think Chris is coming too. Short Chris, that was receiving.
Yeah. He's coming back. He's coming back.
They got a lot of nice, just like Rampage to me. They got like nice role players. To me, I'm
but
sorry.
Hey, you saw what it did the last time they came around. A bunch of role players. You had just Nick, and you had Smooth. I mean,
Nick
once you have
dangerous.
those, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have somebody like that, like two of those guys on your team, like you can just have Nick on your team. To be honest, let's be honest, and you'll win a few games. You know, with just basic talent, just because he knows how to create time or whatnot. But you add Smooth in there, it's just like Jesus Christ, it's like a walking touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna chop up fucking 10 yards every fucking time you throw him the ball.
And so possibly a touchdown on special teams.
Because you know he's not coming off the field. So, you know, me personally, and I would assume that they have Lee Drew as well.
Yeah, Lee Drew over there.
So most likely, depending on how tough that O-line is, he might be stepping in there. Because honestly, the way that the league is moving, like, yeah, you need a big guy on the D-line that's quick, but Lee Drew isn't as fast as some of these faster guys, you know? But let's see what they have. I'm excited to see them back, though. I'm excited to see them back because that was a solid team. That was a very good put together team.
That was a good team with no O-line, and they went far.
But again, that's with Nick. He was a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a completely different CFT team. Remember that.
You hear that, Adam? I don't know if he doubting you, but me personally, I'm doubting you. Prove me wrong, brother, because I like you. Prove me wrong.
You might be able to catch people off guard the first game or two, but once you got film on you, I know your tendencies. If you're studying film, that is. Because to this day, the only teams that I really know that was really studying film was really Gods and Free Smoke, and they're no longer in the league right now. So I don't know if anybody else does that. But
OTF definitely study film. Cowboys study film. I know them two definitely study film.
Okay, so look, two champions. Champions always gonna fucking study film, you know. Like you have to know your opponent in order if you want to beat them. So let's see. Honestly, I'm looking forward to what CFT has to offer and what they're gonna do. You know, I have high hopes for them. Rampage. You saw the roster. You talked to me about.
Don't nobody know who really on Rampage, but it's ran by IP. He has a lot of role players. I don't know. Can't really talk about something you really don't know, right? So we just gotta wait and see what they bring.
Okay. Hey, depending on what players they picked up from LI Ducks. So I mean, if he did pull that off, it's all a little team you got there. You know what I'm saying? But again, who's your O-line? Who is your O-line? If you don't have a line, you don't have shit unless you have a really mobile quarterback that's going to be able to run all day.
I'm assuming they got the Ducks quarterback, which is a great quarterback, great addition. But then again, we don't know who's over there. We don't know who you have. We don't know your O-line. We don't know your D-line. We don't know your receiving core. I know you got Shafe as a tight end, sleeper, great pickup. No, you got Mario as a receiver, sleeper, great pickup. But are you going to use them correctly?
Punishers. We have punishers. You have to talk more to them. The only guys that I pretty much know on that team is going to be, Jared, Conch, Big Red. I don't even know who else went over there, but I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen enough of them to kind of know, yo, this team is real. I've seen their quarterback move. That dude, he different. They've been playing together for a really long time. You never know. They might be able to just be savvy enough to kind of get through and just learn the new league, the new system, and they might be able to pick it up no problem. But let's see. Like I said before, like I need to see what the hype is about. I haven't seen y'all in this style of football. I only seen y'all in 7-on-7, and that's maybe like 1 or 2 games. So I feel like in those other leagues, I feel like the competition isn't even as close to what we have here. Like it's one thing that you have OTF in those other places or whatnot, but again, that's still a watered down OTF. It's not the same way that we have them here. Like it's a whole different style. So I want to see how they react to it all. Luckily they have some of their linemen that know the system and know how it is here, so they might help them get acclimated a lot quicker. But I need to see what's up. Maybe after week 1, I'll be able to give you a fair assessment.
Listen, Punchers about to run through. Nah. Punchers is gonna win a couple of games. Punchers gonna make it to Final Four. Punchers gonna do what they gotta do. Punchers is a great team. A lot of vets over there. Not vets in power sports, but vets that play this game for a while and know what to expect and know what to do. So with that being said, man, Punchers, man, we know you coming to work. We know y'all gonna ball out. Good luck. Thomas is gonna be a top 5 quarterback.
Quarterback.
By the time the season ends.
Top 5. So who do you say that he's better than right now? If we're looking at OTF, the Bay, CFT, Cowboys, Rampage, Empire, and then the last team is Dynasty.
Shit, first obviously it's OTF Nick, then Rob Lane. 3, I want to give to the Bay quarterback, but then he still got to prove himself to me.
Correct.
So I'm put Tappy there. Put Ryan Tappy at 3. Then I'm gonna put the Bay quarterback. Then I'll put him 5. He got to work his way up.
But okay, I'll give you that because at least he seems like he's more seasoned. Tapia in this league.
Yeah.
Because again, Serve hasn't really done much in our league just yet. But okay, I'll give you that. All right.
Oh, I was told to bring this topic up. BMAC. BMAC. Teddy came up to me. He came up to me like, yo, we get a group chat with us, me, him, me, Teddy, you, and BMAC to talk. What would are you up for it?
No. Why would I need to? What is there to talk about?
We ain't getting deep into it. You said no. Next topic. Dynasty's the last team, right? We don't know nothing about Dynasty.
That's T White in them.
My boy T White. So that's basically like
that's a public enemy. Pretty much public enemy. But he's gonna have his own guys, and he's gonna have some linemen. So he's trying to put together some pieces. He's trying to put together some pieces, and that's most likely what I'll play.
So you heard it here first. Manny's playing with Dynasty. If y'all take any cheap shots at Manny, I'm on film. Eye on the sky. I see everything. Better not take no cheap shot at my mans, bro.
I played with them. I played with Public Enemy in the past in Plex World. So, like I have a good rapport with those guys. Those guys are really cool. I've practiced with them in the past. And and that's what I talk about. When I play the game, like I like to play. Like I genuinely enjoy playing the game. Like I don't need to win. Like that's not something that's required for me. Like if I win, I win. But me, like my purpose is just for enjoyment, just practical enjoyment, and just kind of getting out there and just forgetting about what I'm doing outside of work, outside of my daily life, and just focusing on beating the man in front of me. So yeah, playing with those guys, and let's see what they got for the league. All those guys are real excited to kind of to get out there and start balling.
Dynasty, welcome to the league. Good luck. I really don't know anything about you to really talk much, but after week 1, I'm gonna have footage and I'm gonna talk about you. So thank you for watching the podcast. I definitely appreciate you taking your time out your day to watch it. we didn't have film. We did have film, but I don't have film on each and every team we spoke about. So, after week 1, podcast will have film on it. We'll have more stuff to talk about, more stuff to show. But once again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm going to see y'all week 1.
Hey, entertainment!